Hello, there's Carlo here, and welcome to part 3 of the JetStrike realistic tutorial. So what we've done now is basically, like I said in the previous video, we're going to try and throw this, or we are going to throw this into Premiere Pro, and we're just going to give this clip just a bit of a cinematic feel. As you can see, it's looking pretty good at the moment, but I just feel it could look a lot more sort of realistic. You know, a more realistic sort of scene. So what I normally do is, obviously we're going to come into effects and we're going to use some of the built-in transitions, and we're going to use some built-in video effects from Premiere Pro. So what I'm going to use is first of all, something called auto contrast. So we're just going to drop that on top of our clip, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch the blacks up just slightly. And maybe just punch the whites up just slightly, maybe dip them down just a bit. I mean, obviously this is sort of all based on taste, so you know, however you want to sort of colour contrast it or fix it is entirely up to you guys. So also I'm going to drop some auto colour on there, and then I'm going to play around with my auto colour and just give it a bit of a smoothing edges, so we can just get a bit of cinematic feel. Then I'm just going to blend it in with the original, and then I've got a couple of sort of templates that I've created myself. So let's just go to video effects. Let's do our auto levels as well, and then come down to our auto levels. And just bring our auto levels up just a touch, just a little bit. You don't have to go sort of too crazy with it, just enough so it gives it that sort of nice bit of a bit of realism. So as you can see, it's going off into the distance, and we'll get a bit of darkness as well into the composition. Also, we're going to type in crop, C-R-O-P, and I'm just going to drop crop on top of the video as well. And what that's going to enable us to do is give it a widescreen look. So I always work on 10 top and 10 at the bottom, so that you might be able to just go a bit more actually. Let's go 15. No, let's go 12. I never really go too crazy on the widescreen look, but as you can see, it gives it a really nice sort of cinematic sort of feel. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add some audio to the production. Obviously this is not 100% perfect, as you can see. Our heat distortion has not been placed that great onto the back here, as you can see, but that's something you sort of can just play around with, go back into After Effects, sort of fix the scene, and place a fire in a sort of correct place, then re-render it and then bring it back into Premiere Pro. But as you can see, it's not a bad little bit of not a bad little effect. So I'm going to go to my project, and then I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Import, and then I'm going to find my Video Copilot stuff, and this is all my stuff on Video Copilot. I'm just going to go to no, I don't want to go to Shockwave. I'm going to go to JetStrike stuff, and then I've got all my aerial sound effects, and then we're going to go to Jet Engine. So basically, we're obviously the plane's only gliding, so we don't want to go too crazy on the sound effects. We just want to come down. So we've got a F-16 Falcon medium distance. See, this is overhead, distant. So I would go and try this one. I'm just going to import that into my clip, and then I'm just going to throw it into the scene. You can cut it once it's done. So let's just have a listen. See, to me, that sound wouldn't work because it's coming closer, yet the jet's going away. So all we need to do is go back into it and just find something which is a lot more realistic. So JetStrike has absolutely tons of jet sound effects within it, something that's going to apply to your film. So this is what we probably want: steady. So let's open steady up and let's throw that into our scene, and let's try this. So that's a lot more realistic, that's a lot more better. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come up to sequence, and I'm just going to render it out quickly. And what this would do is render the whole scene, so you don't get no jagged edges once you're working, because this is a 4K scene. So let's just render that out first in real time. Nearly done. Okay, there you go, and now it's playing back absolutely perfect. So that's not bad. The only thing is I'm disappointed with is obviously the afterburner's not perfect. But like I say, you know, this bit here, you can go back into After Effects if you see a defect, fix it, re-render it, bring it back into Premiere Pro, job done. So yeah, a lot more realistic, a lot more nicer looking than this scene here. So if I double click on the jet, you can see where we've sort of gone with it. You can see the difference, and this actually looks quite nice, but this actually looks a lot more realistic to this. So I hope this has helped very quickly. And like I say, I do use my own presets that I've got programmed in, so I've already got some presets here set up. When you create a preset, just save it. You can actually save your presets that you've created. So if you're using any other sort of JetStrike sort of videos, you can sort of apply the same preset as you used previously into that to give the tones, make the tones all look the same, so they're not different. So yeah, I mean, like you see, I mean, this is this one. As you see, not bad. But then this is this one. See the lighting on the top is reacting to the scene. But like I say, really horrible heat distortion there. But what you can do is, like I say, go back into the scene, fix it, export it, redo it in Premiere Pro. So thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.